Today we're going to highlight in our kickboxing combos the jab. All right, quiz time, you ready? Kickboxing combo number 1. What's the first punch? Jab. Okay. Kickboxing combo, how about number 3? What's the first punch? Jab. Okay. How about we skip up and we go right to 6? What's the first punch on 6? Jab. Okay, jab. How about 7? 8? How about we go to 11? What do we jump to 15? What do we go to 101? Probably a jab. Why? Why is the jab in every single combo? Closest weapon, closest target. It is a fundamental skill. It's a fundamental punch that everything else is like the sun. Everything else revolves around it. It is so important. It's the most commonly used technique. It's very important, right? So there's 3 ways we're going to talk about today to utilize the jab. The first one we're going to look at is how do I make my jab stiff or powerful? It's a technique that when we just stick it out there, it's not typically our power punch. And it's still probably not going to be our power punch. However, we're going to make it more powerful. So to do that, I need to drop my body weight. If I punch from a high position, it's going to be an arm punch. It's not going to have body weight delivery. So by squishing down in this position, it spring loads my stance so that I can propel my body weight. I need to stay low. So when I crouch down, I project body weight and I'm punching through the fist and delivering body weight through the fist. So it's a body weight transfer. That's how you make your jab more powerful. Crouch and drive forward with your jab. Does that make sense? Okay, so we have one variety, the power jab. Second variety, defensive jab or a circling jab. So just like we talked about in the art of karate, if I'm not ready and they apply pressure, I want to circle to defeat their pressure attack. However, we're going to add the circle footwork with a double jab. So I come this way and I throw my double jab. So I'm combining defensive footwork with offensive threat. One more time. Throw my double jab. Circle jab. The third and final jab that we're going to talk about today, let me see if I remember. Oh yeah, it is the feeling jab. The feeling jab, I'm not really thinking of it as a strike. I'm trying to get the distance figured out. I'm trying to put the punch in a distance where it's right on there and I can tell where they are in space so that the other big weapons could come out and I know where they are. So it'd be very light contact. My arm does not necessarily even retract. I'm just feeling where that target is out in space so that when I dial it in, I know where it is. Does that make sense? So we're gonna focus our attention on kickboxing combos 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, the first 5. However, the person holding mitts is going to give me the variety. So Sensei John might say power jab, and as he calls numbers, I'm trying to make my jab the powerful variety. So if he says 2, body weight transfer, do my combo. Right? So I'm trying to deliver body weight on the jab. If he says circle, he might call a number. So I do my combo 3, but the first one, I'm relocating and circling. One more, please. Then final variety is the feeling jab. So the first one is very light. The rest of them are big. Does that make sense? So we have number 1, double jab, straight. Then we have number 2 is a jab, cross. Number 3, jab, cross, hook. 4, jab, cross, hook, cross. 5, double jab, cross, hook, cross. Those are the numbers we're working. Mitt holder is giving the theme. Power, circle, feeling. One of the weaknesses our dojo had, in my opinion, prior to folding all these different disciplines in, was each art has its specialty. For instance, karate Its specialty is doing the striking but not getting hit, not getting struck yourself, which requires good movement, it requires blocking, so that when your opponent tries to hit you, you evade their attempts and you do all the hitting. So I think I like it so much, right? That's kind of the idea. The problem is we don't stand there and exchange. The problem is we cannot always have open mat space to do our karate in. In the self-defense arena, you could be in a hallway. You can't necessarily implement moving and evasion in a hallway. You're limited, there's boundaries. Sometimes you gotta sit there and just exchange strikes. There's value in the kickboxing model. Kickboxing is confined to the boundary of the ring. That makes action happen. So we're gonna pound each other. There's times where I'm hitting you, you're hitting me. So if I'm doing the striking, right? This hand is protecting me from the potential strikes from Dustin. When I throw this one, this hand is protecting me for the potential strikes from Dustin. I throw the hook, this is protecting me from his potential strikes. Every time I strike, I'm having the other hand busy protecting me, because the idea is we're hitting each other. It's different than karate. I need to always be ready to have him hitting me while I'm hitting him. The cover hand is a big deal. This is one big idea of why we're doing kickboxing in the dojo, is to get our habit to do this return hand for close range strike each other. The other is, it gives us a very dynamic way to unleash power. It's not like you're hitting a stagnant heavy bag. It doesn't move. You have a partner feeding mitts, and there's movement, and it's dynamic, and the distance is always changing. That's how it is. And then it allows you to hit as hard as your partner can tolerate, right? Unload. You can't do that in karate point sparring. We try to hit an open target and save our partner. We need to know what it's like to unload, and then there's nobody who knows better than you and your partner whether you have power. If your partner doesn't like holding pads for you because it hurts, you've got power. So I remember that day where I thought, you know what, I'm gonna see if I can make this person not like this experience. I'm gonna unload and see if they like it, right? Hopefully they don't like it. And if they do, I'm gonna work on my power. Body weight transfer through strikes. So my opponent's trying to hit me, I'm trying to hit them. I've got my hands up. Then they say to combo. And so I go 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, cover. No, that's not right. So I'm not covering before and after, and then I just let it loose. I'm covering like this. 1, look at this hand, on my head. 2, right here. 3, right here. 4, right here. I'm putting my own hand on my head. I'm bonking myself in the head. Every time I throw a strike with my hands, I'm bonking myself in the head. So I hit myself very lightly so my opponent doesn't hit me hard. I'm never exchanging, right? I'm hitting you, you're hitting me without my hand up. But if I practice doing a combo like this, you're hitting me, right? So I need to have my hand up in the midst of my combo. So the good practice is here, 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 here. Your hand is always on your head every time you punch. And that little cue will make sure you have good habits. If we practice and we over-exaggerate, we're gonna get 70% of what we practice in all reality, which means my hand's gonna be here instead of here, right? In the heat of battle, I'm gonna get 70% of what I practice. Well, I want my hands up. I don't like to get hit, right? So that's a good cue as you go through to practice bonking yourself lightly in the head. Yeah, the only time your hands would drop is if there's enough distance where there's no threat. Then you kind of relax, shake out your shoulders. But as soon as you're able to do striking, those hands should be up. That should be the habit. Yes. 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 This way. Left leg, right hand still covers. Your face, left hand drops. But there's still a cover. Yeah. Now if I'm doing like a push front kick, can he hit me? No. The distance is too far. My hands can drop on the push front kick.